Good evening to you all, and thank you very much for joining us on Rwanda Television News tonight. We do hope you had yourselves a productive Friday. Now here's a sneak peek of our edition tonight. The Parliamentary Forum for the Prevention and Fight Against Genocide, Denial and Minimization of the 1994 Genocide against the Tutsi has said that educational materials used to teach the history of the genocide against the Tutsi should be adapted to make them easier for children to understand. People who still use electronic devices that rely on 2G and 3G mobile networks say the slow connection speeds make it difficult for them to access services. In Nyabihu district, more than 21,000 women have commended the National Bank of Rwanda for empowering them to confidently adopt mobile phone-based financial services through the Gendana Konti initiative aimed at promoting financial inclusion and economic empowerment. And on the international scene, South African engineers and students are preparing to drop balls on the moon. We're glad to have you tonight. My name is Enora Gladys Awatoni, coming your way straight from Kigali, Rwanda. Now let's kick off with the news in details. The Parliamentary Forum for the Prevention and Fight Against Genocide, Denial and Minimization of the 1994 Genocide against the Tutsi has said that educational materials used to teach the history of the genocide against the Tutsi should be adapted to make them easier for children to understand. The forum made the remarks on Friday during a discussion organized to examine the challenges teachers and parents face when explaining the history of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi to young people. The discussion drew on the example of a book by historian Jean-Marie Vianney Rurangwa titled Le génocide perpétré contre les Tutsis du Rwanda expliqué aux ses enfants. The genocide perpetrated against the Tutsi of Rwanda explained to his children. The book tells a fictional story about a parent who takes 4 children aged between 12 and 17 to visit memorials of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. As the children ask questions about what they have seen, the parent answers them using simple, accessible language. Using the book as an example, senators and members of parliament emphasized the need for educational resources designed in a simple and child-friendly manner to help teach young people about the history of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. The chairperson of the Parliamentary Forum, Senator Jean-Pierre Dusingizemungu, said it would advocate for the development and availability of such educational materials. The forum also said that a study it conducted found that some teachers avoid teaching this part of history. According to findings, some do so because they feel ashamed that their parents or relatives participated in the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, others because they are themselves survivors who continue to live with the trauma caused by the genocide, while others lack sufficient knowledge to teach the subject effectively. Now moving on with more news ahead, people who still use electronic devices that rely on 2G and or 3G mobile networks say the slow connection speed make it difficult for them to access services. This comes as the government of Rwanda has announced that all the 3G networks will be permanently switched off on June 30th, 2027. Devices that depend on 2G or 3G networks include basic feature phones, some old generational smartphones, certain electronic ticketing machines used on public transport, point-of-sale POS, terminals used for bank card payments, and other equipment built on outdated communication technology. Users of these devices say they frequently experience network connectivity problems. A report published at the end of the 2025 by the Global Mobile Suppliers Association, GSA, shows that 88 countries around the world have either already shut down their 2G and 3G networks or are in the process of doing so. As a result, manufacturers have stopped producing devices that rely on these older technologies. Some electronics retailers in Rwanda say such devices are now increasingly difficult to find on the market. During its meeting on July 24th this year, chaired by the President of the Republic, Paul Kagame, the cabinet approved a plan to modernize the country's telecommunications infrastructure by transitioning from 2G and 3G technology to 4G and 5G. The Ministry of ICT and Innovation has announced that all services operating on 3G networks will be discontinued nationwide on June 30th, 2027. The phase out of 2G services will follow thereafter. Prince Ishimwe Mukotsi, a university lecturer in information technology, says the higher speeds offered by modern telecommunications technologies will benefit many aspects for every day.
Today, with 4G, the internet has expanded to the point now people can watch a movie on Netflix, people can watch different documentary on YouTube. So different activity that are currently being done on the internet, it is through 4G. Now, we are heading toward 5G. And this is the backbone of all what we call smart cities, where you will find that you have those self-driving cars. It's because of 5G. And look at, for example, if we reach a point where cars in Kigali will start to communicate between them, the time when cars will start to communicate with electrical poles, for the light to switch on and off. You see, all this make what we call a smart city. And for that to happen, we need 4G. So, 5G. So, as you can see, from the first generation to the fifth generation, of course, I forgot to say something. There's another generation which is under research now, which is 6G. It is not yet launched, but it is under research. But from the first generation to the fifth generation, you will find a pattern, like each generation brings something new that the former one has never had.
More than 21,000 women in Nyabihu district have commended the National Bank of Rwanda for empowering them to confidently adopt mobile phone-based financial services through the Genda na Konti initiative aimed at promoting financial inclusion and economic empowerment. Women in Nyabihu district engaged in trade, agriculture and savings and lending groups say the Genda na Konti initiative program, which uses mobile phones to access financial services, has enabled them to make greater use of formal financial services while keeping their money secure. On Friday, the National Bank of Rwanda concluded a year-long Genda na Konti awareness campaign in Nyabihu district. BNR and its partners said the campaign ended after successfully training women and encouraging them to work with financial institutions and develop a culture of saving. The Genda na Konti program in Nyabihu had initially aimed to train 7,000 women. However, by the end of the campaign, a total of 21,721 women had been trained, enabling them to use digital payment and money transfer services. The initiative is also expected to help them access financial institutions to develop various income-generating projects. This was stated by the Governor of the National Bank of Rwanda, Suraya Hakuziyaremye.
Very much. So today we were celebrating the end of the project that we call Genda na Konti in Kinyarwanda. That means walk with your account. It's a project that had two purposes. One was to train mostly women in rural areas to use mobile money services as a start for using digital financial services. And the reason was because we had realized in the survey of 2020 on financial inclusion called FinScope that only 45% of women who had access to mobile phones were using mobile money services. And it led us as central bank to ask ourselves to question what is it that is preventing women, even when they have devices, to use mobile money services. Second, what can we do with all our partners, being the Ministry of Gender and Family Promotion, local authorities, but also the mobile money operators, to train and have more women access those services. Our target had been that for each rural district, we train and onboard 7,500 women, so close to 150,000 women nationally. And we are really happy because in Nyabihu, they've exceeded that target where they trained more than 21,000 women. And for the national level, now we are at 350,000 women that have now been trained in rural areas. And it's a very encouraging effort, collaborative efforts with different stakeholders, private sector, as well as government and the supervisor. And we are hoping that from that, I would say, success, we can now move on to training now, youth, SMEs, and making sure that everyone understands the benefits of digital financial services, but also gets more understanding on how they can protect their own transactions, how to have access to safe digital financial services, but also to hear from the users what are the main challenges they're encountering in using those digital financial services. And as a central bank that's in charge of not only payment service providers but also banks, microfinance, we're able to address those challenges working with the private sector but also local authorities.
The governor of the Western Province, Jean Bosco Ntibitura, urged the women who participated in the Yenda Nakoni program to expand their businesses and encourage other women to join the initiative. BNR also presented various awards to women in Nyabihu district who had excelled in encouraging their peers to use financial services, open mobile money and Airtel money accounts, and reactivate dormant accounts. Launched by the National Bank of Rwanda back in 2022, the Yenda Nakoni program has now been implemented in 21 districts across the country. It has enabled 355,000 women to adopt digital financial services through the initiative, while more than 85,000 women have been enrolled in mobile money. Now, moving on with more news ahead, as the globe marks World Ranger Day every year on July 31st to recognize the vital role of park rangers in protecting wildlife and protected areas. Staff at Nyungwe National Park have been urged to strengthen collaboration with surrounding communities to ensure the park's biodiversity is better conserved and continues to generate sustainable benefits for visitors. Nyungwe National Park is renowned for its rich biodiversity and natural beauty. Behind that beauty, however, are park rangers who work around the clock to prevent any activities that could threaten the environment or disrupt the ecosystem of these ancient rainforests, which has also been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This year's celebration included a social gathering preceded by a friendly football match between park staff and police officers from Nyamasheke district. Beyond being a recreational event, the match symbolized the partnership between conservation authorities and law enforcement in protecting natural resources and safeguarding protected areas. Messages delivered during the celebration emphasized appreciation for the dedication, commitment, and invaluable contribution of park rangers in conserving the environment. Proteni Gaba, Nyungwe's park manager, stressed the importance of continued cooperation in protecting the park and its biodiversity. As the world continues to confront the effects of climate change and the loss of biodiversity, World Ranger Day serves as a reminder that protecting natural resources is everyone's responsibility, while recognizing that park rangers remain on the front line of the effort. During the commemoration, the staff of the Nyungwe National Park also paid tribute to the 6 rangers from the Virunga National Park who were killed by armed criminals earlier this year. Nyungwe National Park is protected by a team of 87 park rangers. Now moving on with more news ahead, access to finance remains one of the biggest hurdles for manufacturers seeking to expand in Rwanda. A new fundraising toolkit launched by Manufacturing Africa with support from the UK government aims to help businesses connect with investors, strengthen their investment readiness and raise capital more efficiently. William Evans Mutabazi reports the details.
Building a successful business is only part of the challenge. Finding the capital to grow can even be harder. A new online fundraising toolkit developed by Manufacturing Africa brings together practical resources designed to help entrepreneurs prepare for investment, identify potential financiers, and navigate the fundraising process.
The Manufacturing Africa fundraising toolkit transforms years of practical experience. It is much more than just a website. It is a comprehensive fundraising ecosystem. Across Rwanda, entrepreneurs are building businesses that are creating jobs, increasing exports, strengthening local value chains, and driving industrialization. Yet the one challenge that we consistently hear they are facing is access to finance. Raising capital can be one of the most demanding stages in building a business. As Rwanda continues to position itself as the regional investment destination, resources like this toolkit can help ensure that local businesses are ready to attract domestic and international capital, scale successfully, and contribute to inclusive economic growth.
Manufacturing Africa says the toolkit is designed to reduce the time and cost entrepreneurs spend searching for funding by offering guidance in one place.
This is about fundraising. This is about how you access capital the quickest. When you're an entrepreneur, you're spending your days running a business. Having to spend extra hours, taking some of your team's time out to build financial models, to speak to investors, is costing you money. So doing that more efficiently and getting the right answers sooner, not going in the wrong directions, is really, really important. So yes, raising capital. This is a resource that really helps that, especially the scale-ups.
Businesses that have already worked with Manufacturing Africa say the program has helped them refine their business models and better prepare for investment.
Up to now, they can help in terms of putting your idea together, in terms of looking for finance, looking for partners. That's very important. And also set up a manufacturing in Africa and specifically in Rwanda. They put in place this toolkit that you see here, fundraising toolkit, which is a system, a platform online where you can really have all kinds of information to help you fundraise. There is a data of investors, potential investors, according to the size of the company and according to the activities of the company.
The fundraising kit itself is a one-stop shop to go to. Our experience with Manufacturing Africa has been over the last 5 years. So we have gone through probably every single phase of this kit, but over a long period of time. So the advantage of this kit is it's in one place and people can see it and access it immediately and also look forward to see where they're going. In terms of the benefits, I would say one of the first things that we saw as a benefit from Manufacturing Africa was changing our business strategy. So what they did for us was they reviewed our strategy and they strengthened our strategy and our approach.
The initiative is expected to support manufacturers seeking to scale their operations by improving their readiness for investment and making it easier to connect with potential financiers. William Evans, RwandaTV News.
Rwandans continue to make their mark on the global stage, and our guest tonight is one of them. Bella Mukaraje is an award winner by the MVP Award from the World Financial Group Convention in Las Vegas. She's also a millionaire, for your information, becoming the first Rwandan to receive the recognition at the level within the organization. She joins us to share her journey and also the significance of this achievement and the lessons behind her success. Bella Mukaraje, welcome very much and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, we are totally delighted. To start over, Bella, for the viewers who don't know more about you, who is Bella and how can you tell yourself to someone else?
Okay. Yes, my name is Bella Mukaraje. I'm a mentor, financial educator, and also I help a lot of people to make decisions about their money.
Yes, yes. Recently, you received the MVP Award prepared by the World Financial Group in Las Vegas. I would like to know, becoming the first Rwandan to be recognized on the global stage, and of course, what was going through your mind in that moment, of course. Please share with us that kind of moment.
Oh my goodness. It was the best moment I will never forget. It was like, remind me, I was thinking about like, it was a humbling time. Thank God that I was able to be on that stage and to be recognized as a Rwandese, a female. It's so good. So yeah, I feel so good.
Yes, yes. We actually see the award, but we don't know the struggles behind the challenges and everything. How can you just tell us about the challenges? You're into a new country, which is not even your home country. Please share with us the challenges in that moment.
Oh, thank you so much for the question again. Of course, challenge will be always there, but you have to overcome all the challenge. So moving in a new country like the United States, of course, that comes with a challenge. You have to learn, you have to adapt, you have to, even like a culture, making friends, is a challenge. But yeah, you have to overcome all the challenge.
Yes, yes. You talked on something as a first female to be receiving this recognition, this award recognition of the MVP Awards. I would like to know, what message would you like to give to young women in Rwanda, in Africa? Some people would like to, you know, who would like to become financially independent as you are right now.
Okay, well, I can tell them it's possible.
Yes.
When you believe in yourself, when you work hard, when you're disciplined, and when you stay consistent, it's possible.
Yes, yes. And how about the mentalities? Because I know...
Of course, you need a positive mindset. Yeah, you have to change your mindset. Everything you want to do in this world, you can. But you need the right people to connect with, and of course, and the right mentorship.
Yes. Bella, your work focuses on financial literacy, helping families build their long-term financial stability and security. Why do you believe financial education is it's so important, more especially in today's economic environment?
Of course, financial education is very, very important. Most people, especially, I'm talking about the people in USA, it's very important because most people, they work hard. They don't know how to save money. They work, make money, and they spend the money, and the money is done. They don't know how to prepare themselves for if something happened to them, if something like if you're no longer working, if you're not able to go to work. You need to have a plan in case something happens. Yeah.
Yes, yes. You've mentored and guided many individuals toward financial independence. And what are some of the biggest financial mistakes that you've seen a lot of people do normally in their daily lives?
Of course, yeah. The financial mistake most people they do is they think like they want to start saving when it's too late.
Yes.
Saving start today. Investing start today. Do not wait. You can just it's okay. You can start with the little you have. You can save for the future. Yeah.
Yes. And I would like to know, sometimes when going in another country, yes, you're going to be maybe trying to make your life even better, but it's not that easy.
Yeah, of course,
country.
it's not.
The day
it
you,
won't be easy.
yes,
yeah.
exactly. Now, the day you decided to say, I, Bella Mukaraja, I would like to become a millionaire, how was the journey all the way?
Okay, I did not plan to become a millionaire.
Yes.
I didn't even know I'm going to become a millionaire, but of course I had to learn, and I thank God always. And also I connect with the people who help me, who shape me, who mentor me, and they teach me and show me what I can do.
Yes. Now let's kind of try and move on. Today, when you see your journey and where you are today, how would you rate yourself, and what would you like to maybe to tell the younger you, the one who had dreams before?
Yeah, of course. What I can tell to everybody who want to do it, you can do it. Everybody. This is why I realized in this world, we have a talent. We are very talented. We are very gifted people. You can do it. You can if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to stay consistent, if you're willing to be disciplined too. Yeah, you can.
Yes. Many young Rwandans dream of building a successful international career. Looking back at your own journey, what habits or values have you would you like to contribute? Do you know that you can contribute to their success?
It's a consistency, hard working, and they stay close to your mentors. Yeah.
So you do have a mentor?
I do have a mentor. Yes, I do have mentors.
Who is that? Maybe you can just give her a credit, him or her a credit.
I have her name is Lilian Apono, Daniel Fombo. Yeah, those are my mentors.
Quite good. I believe that many young people and also other people, we can just have you as a mentor for us to be financially, literate even more than how we are today. Now, moving on, as Rwandans, as a Rwandan making an impact abroad, how do you stay connected to your roots, and in what ways do you hope your achievements inspire people back home?
Of course, Rwanda will be always a part of my journey, part of my life. Everywhere I will go with Rwanda.
Yes.
Yeah, I stay with, of course, with I have a family in Rwanda. I stay connected to them. I always come here. Every 6 months, actually, I'm in Rwanda. So I stay connected with my country.
Yes, yes. How did your family and also your country contribute to your success today?
To my family?
Yes, yes.
My family, of course, they give me time. They don't give me hard time, especially my husband,
yes.
who I spend the most of the time with. So, of course, he tried to make me safe and relax.
Yes, yes. Bella, leadership is the heart of the recognition that you received. What does authentic leadership mean to you, and how do you develop leaders within your own team?
Okay, a true leader has to create another leaders.
Yes, yes.
So with me, I do help people on my team to do the same thing I do. That means, of course, I duplicate myself into someone's. So I try to give them the responsibility, the same responsibility I do have. I just transfer all my responsibility to them. And of course, I just became a millionaire. And very soon, I will have more millionaires in my team.
Yes. We are just delighted to be having those, and more especially women and Rwandans, of course. Now we're closely coming to our end. Finally, Bella, if you could have one message to the young entrepreneurs, to the young people of Rwanda, because they are eager to become rich, to become millionaires. You just talked to one young person. One thing she's going to be talking about is, I want to become a millionaire. I want to become financially independent. But I would like you to give, as someone who have enough experience, what message would you like to give to these young entrepreneurs?
Yeah. So what I can tell anybody, especially for the young generations, young Rwandese, anyway, even young East African. So
Yes.
it's possible. It's possible to do it.
Yes.
You can do it, but you have to be determined, and also your background does not determine where you can go. You can start from where you are, and you can achieve the financial freedom.
Yes. To the women who never want to be financial independent, who never want to have financial literacy in today's economic world, what can you tell them also?
They don't want to do it?
Yes.
If not, what do you want? What can you do if you... Of course, every woman, especially women, because financial literacy start in your own house. In your own house, when you are even like buying grocery, take care of your family. Every woman, I think, they have by nature the financial literacy.
Yes, yes. Bella Mukaraja, thank you very much and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it's really a pleasure to have you today, and also for you sharing your journey to the young people, to the whole audience, and also to be celebrating a first Rwandan to be having the MVP award. Thank you very much to all our viewers. We'll be right back after a short break.
Thank you so much.
And now that wraps up today's English News Bulletin on Rwanda Television. We do hope you had yourselves a good weekend. We wish you a good night. To stay with Rwanda Television, good night. My name is Enora Gladys Awatoni. Stay safe.